The name of this show is This Week, as you can see on the screen, This Week in TWiT. I'm Leo Leporte, and the founder of TWiT and Chief TWiT, and this is Lisa Kentzell, who's the CEO of TWiT.
I just tell Leo what to do.
Yeah, she's my boss. It is a tight shirt. These shirts have shrunk since I used to wear them on the screensavers. I don't understand it.
That's from the screensavers?
Oh, yeah. All these shirts are from TV days.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything that's that old.
It's not that old. 1998.
Okay.
A whole show of Lisa on the rings.
What? They keep asking for that. I'm not really sure why.
You're famous.
For the rings?
Yeah.
Okay. So Leo, they say you're gorgeous, so I think you look good. You should just keep the shirt. So should we talk about our new gaming show?
As soon as they're recording. I don't know if they're recording.
Are you guys recording?
So yeah. So one of the things we're trying to figure out, and I think we have figured it out, is when to start the gaming show. We wanted to start it this month. We are going to do a kind of blocking rehearsal November 13th. We've got the staff in place. We have Dan Mitchell, who's the producer of the show. Justin Robert Young will be writing for the show. Our hosts will be Bryan Brushwood and, yes, Veronica Belmont.
Mm-hmm.
And Chad Johnson is co-producing. He's assistant producer on the show. We're going to put a lot of money into this. We want to make it a successful show. Glenn Rubenstein will be producing. The gaming show is going to be called Game On with Justin and Veronica.
Right.
And the LAN party show, which will be immediately after, is going to be called Shut Up and Play. Glenn Rubenstein will be shooting or producing that. We won't force Schwood onto teleprompters, but they do want teleprompters because, there you go, because that's Schwood. We're chasing him. Come back here. Come back here.
Well, no, they're going to be using teleprompters.
Yeah, they have to because of the nature of the show. So the way the show works is it's kind of like a, that'll be the LAN party.
Yes.
It's kind of like a sports center. So it's very fast-paced, highlights, that kind of thing.
Right.
And so they kind of do need a teleprompter. But don't worry, it's not going to be a canned feeling show.
No, I think they're going to use that for the, they're going to do the highlights of all the big gaming things that have happened during the week.
Right.
And then I think we'll probably use the teleprompter over at the green screen for the interviews. And
the interviews won't have a prompter, but the...
oh, I thought that's why they wanted one over there.
Well, I don't know why they want one over there, but there's no reason to have a prompter for an interview.
Okay.
Obviously.
Well,
that would be silly.
I don't know if it's for questions or for what, but they want one over at the green screen.
Well, I guess they'll be doing stuff besides interviews over there.
Probably.
But no, they won't be using a prompter for the interviews. You can't use a prompter for an interview. We have all sorts of little features and stuff. Dan has been really doing a great job, I think, working it up. The LAN party is going to be, we have 4 doghouse systems for the PC gaming. We also will have a living room set up with an Xbox and Kinect. We'll be doing a variety of different games every evening, and the main point of the LAN party is that you'll get to play along. So the problem is, we'll have a server, we'll have a way of getting you on the server. So the problem is that Veronica's not going to be here all December.
Right.
So we could do a few shows in November, but then we would have a long break, a 4 or 5 week break in between that initial launch and then new shows. And I think we're just not going to do that. There are 2 other podcasts called Game On. There's an Australian podcast, a small Australian audio-only podcast, and there's one on board gaming called Game On.
Right.
You can't trademark a title, so we are aware of it, but I think that's fine. 3 podcasts named Game On. All right, I think that's fine.
Well, and we chose Game On because we wanted something that was new, and we felt that TWiT Arcade was a little too retro.
We tried a lot of names, and Game On really is the best name. If it's a confusion, we'll probably call it Game On with Schwood and Veronica or something like that, so it'll be obvious.
Game On with B&B.
B&V, I like that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll have the whole council thing set up for the first LAN party, but I think the intent is to, over the next couple of weeks have that done. Did you want to still do the LAN party even if the gaming show's in hiatus?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense. The LAN party will not be a podcast. It'll just be something we do for fun. So yeah,
Right.
we might do it.
We'll stream it live.
Yeah, we could talk TWiT. I think TWiT Game On's a little verbose, but we'll figure out a way so it'll be obvious. You can't trademark a title. There's collisions of titles all the time. It's very hard to come up with a title that hasn't already been used, especially a good title.
I believe we're going to name it Game On with an exclamation point. At least that's what I've seen for the graphics.
Yeah, 2 words.
So.
It's Christmas time, Mako, so Veronica's going to take some time off.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. She's gone for 3 weeks, and it's Christmas and New Year's, so we have a little bit of a challenge on logistics of hosts.
Right.
So.
It's a rough time to launch a show.
Yeah.
It will be audio and video, absolutely. And really, you'll want to watch the video. It'll be a very visual show. We're really trying to make it be the highest quality show we've ever attempted, production value-wise.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to start in January. It's capital Game, capital On with an exclamation mark, yes.
Correct.
And it might be, I think if that's confusing, we'll have it with Bryan and Veronica or Brushwood and Belmont or something like that.
Right.
Then it'll be obvious what it is. Game On with V&B, something like that.
I like that.
I don't know if there's going to be gameplay copyright issues or not. I mean, we've never had a problem showing it. We're a news show, so when you're doing news, when you're doing information, there's different rules. Yeah, we're going to do a Christmas special. It'll be Colton, Hodgman, and Paul and Storm, as always, and that will be one of our twits. Sunday is unfortunately both Christmas Day and New Year's Day, so we will have a Christmas twit, and we'll have a best of on New Year's Day.
We're going to have quite a few best ofs, though, throughout the week.
Yeah, all the shows. Oh, which reminds me, go to twit.tv/best of to suggest great moments. I hope you have a few in mind from some of the shows. And just, you don't have to give us time code, day and date, just if you can remember anything about it, whatever you can remember about it.
We'll take the time codes, so too. That doesn't hurt.
If you have them.
don't.
No, but it could also be, I don't want to stop people who say, oh, there was this great thing. I remember it was this summer, they did this thing.
No. Yeah, if they give us episode number and time code, that would be awesome. But
don't feel like you have to, is all I'm
right.
saying.
We might be able to find
Obviously, if you know it, do, of course. Jerry Pornell, the one with Lucifer's hammers off him. The best of. I think Eric was sick last night. That's all.
Yeah. It happens.
There's a bug going around.
There's definitely something going around.
Managed to avoid, thank goodness. That's why
it's because Leo lives in a bubble.
There's 5 feet between me and Lisa right now. I don't know about moving NSFW and frame rate. That was kind of the idea. We are flying Bryan up to do the gaming show. So I think at some point we will want to, if he can do it live from studio, we'd like to. There it is, twit.tv/best.
I don't think he wants to move NSFW, but I think frame rate will move.
So Colin, come on over here. And so it looks like Sunday will be our first HD podcast download.
Right.
And so Colin Weir, who's our video streaming engineer and is not on camera. What? He's not there.
He doesn't need to be on camera.
Do you have
41?
41 is what you need. 41.
Why don't you just use the jib?
The jib is right behind us.
No, it's right in. Where is it? Oh, it's
Right
there.
there.
Oh, the jib is the fire hole.
Yeah, we could bring it back. It's mobile, remember?
Liz Lemon is running the board, so as you might imagine.
There we go.
There you go.
So, Colin, what is happening on Sunday?
So Sunday is going to be the first episode of TWiT, which will be available as a 720p download. We can't add the feed to iTunes until the feed is created with a show in it. So it'll be a few days after to subscribe to the HD feed. But you'll be able to go to twit.tv/twit on Monday and download 720p version of TWiT, assuming all goes well.
Yeah.
And if we like how it looks and we're satisfied with it, then we're going.
How big is it going to be, do you think?
Alex, do you remember what our
what is the file
test
size, Alex? It's huge.
Alex is going to check.
And because it takes so long to already takes a long time to transcode. This one's going to take even longer, probably. Right?
Yeah, and we're bumping up the quality of the SD feed just a little bit, make it look a little nicer for the size, and the SD low is also going to be optimized. We're going to start calling that mobile. And that's going to look a little better because there was always not enough difference between SD low and SD high. It was still pretty big and it was just lower quality. And so we're going to call it mobile and make it look a little nicer.
So the chat room's saying that MediaFly's encoding is suboptimal.
Well, they're rolling out new encodings this week. That's what
I'm
part
sure
of this
they use
is.
FFmpeg like everybody else.
Yeah.
It's just about settings.
We're also going to be keeping an eye on, Brent was telling me today, they bumped up the brightness on the living room set. So we're going to be keeping an eye on video quality there. And because, sometimes the podcasts are a bit dark, and we're going to keep an eye on the living room shows and see if that makes a difference.
Good.
And so, yeah, if we're satisfied with TWiT, then we'll start rolling this out to all our other shows.
Pixelation of BG low on live streams like TNT during camera changes.
Yeah, I think that is just the keyframe rate and the fact it's the same size as the higher bandwidth streams, but it's lower bit rate. So there's more compression. I'm going to try increasing the keyframe interval or decreasing the keyframe interval so that it's creating keyframes a little more often, and maybe that'll solve that.
Colin's paying attention. In other words, he's tweaking them. Nothing we do will ever be TV safe. I can promise you. Is there a reason we want it to be TV safe?
I have no idea.
Of course, the more movement, there was a transition and stuff. That means there's more encoding and done. And
right.
It's just the way it is.
So I think if there's more, more frequent keyframes.
This isn't broadcast television. Everything you get is highly compressed
right.
video. So.
And the unfortunate news is that Ustream, you may have noticed, is back down to 800K.
What happened
They've put their variable bit rate back in the cooker for a bit.
Too bad.
They said they'll let me know when it's live again, but for now we're back down to an 800K stream from Ustream. But it still looks better than just on iOS.
Is there no audio on the Twig rerun? That's not good. Sometimes occasionally you'll tune in our reruns and audio will be missing because of an error at the factory floor.
I think they fixed Twig. There was an issue with Twig and they had to...
Was there?
Yep, they had to upload it again.
So we
Friday.
fixed it. So there's a new upload.
There should be.
God, you would think somebody would listen to it before they uploaded it.
It was about a minute 30 into it.
Oh, okay. So
it
they
wasn't
didn't hear it right
it was
at
in the beginning.
Yeah. Is there a pilot, a preview of Game On? No, but there will be. That's what we're going to do on the 13th. Is we're going to mess with it.
Right.
So there won't be a pilot exactly, but you'll be able to see it. We are getting graphics packages. Eden Soto is doing motion-based lower thirds, but he's moving fairly slowly. He has other jobs, so I don't know when that will be done. But
he has a real job.
He has a real job, so we're just kind of stealing cycles from him when we can.
Right,
that's quite a bit
somebody
of
new
work.
For it. We started yesterday.
I think Ustream used to be 1.5 megabits when it was on the variable bit rate. That was the maximum. I haven't, Bill, from Michigan. I think it's on Instagram. So if you go to Inkstagram, Inkstagram, you can go back through my old photos and it should be there.
Fire creeps me out. Ozzy's so close.
Ozzy is perfectly safe. As you can see, he's quite relaxed. The fire does not faze him. He is not worried in the least about fire or any other hazard. He's just, whoa. He's just laying there. He likes to be held. Teflon Ozzy, yes. We're watching the chat. Anything else going on that we need to tell people about?
I don't know.
Barbecues, yeah. I don't know if they're full yet, are they? They should be by now.
If they're what?
The barbecues are full?
What do you mean full?
For reservations?
I have no idea. I'm not managing that.
So if you want to find out, just go to twit.tv and click the barbecue link. Why does there need to be a community liaison manager? I consider every employee of TWiT a community liaison manager. Paul Thurrott, yeah, we should get him on TWiT. And yeah, we haven't had Jerry in a long time, so we're working on that. We've got a good TWiT cast this week. We've got in studio with me, it's Baratunde Thurston and Nick Bilton. And then via Skype from the East Coast, we have Joshua Topolsky to talk about his new site, The Verge, and somebody else via Skype. I can't remember.
It's an excellent cast.
Great cast. It's going to be wonderful. Yeah, we're not happy about the sewer.
No, Lisa's sick. Also, you're still recovering.
Yeah, The Verge is interesting. Kevin Rose, thank you. That's who's going to be on, Kevin Rose. So it's Kevin Rose, Joshua Topolsky via Skype, Baratunde, and Nick via in studio. Thank you. Yeah, Kevin's going to talk about Oink, which is pretty impressive, his new iPhone app. We do, yes, Stitcher does count when you're listening. That does get counted for advertisers. Stitcher and most of these aggregators do, in fact, pull from, each time you listen, pull a copy from the servers, which is what we need to have happen. They need to use our redirect.
Right.
In other words, they don't serve it, they get it from the server, which is what we want. Yeah, Kevin's in Vegas, that's right. He thought he was going to be in studio, and then it turned out he's at his parents'. It is a window to hell. Actually, this is a feature of the new gaming show. We put a green screen in there, and interviews and so forth will be conducted through that portal. And I still want him to do something called Fire Hole, which is if a game's really bad, they throw it in the fire hole. Or a host.
I like the host.
Like me.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Paul Carr, I'd love to get on. That's a good idea. No new oh, we do have a new employee.
We have 2 new employees.
2?
Yeah.
Bryan and...
Well, we can't really talk about the other one for a while.
Do I know?
No. I don't tell you anything.
Somebody that we...
They start in a couple weeks.
But I know about it?
No.
I don't.
Clearly you don't.
Bryan, come over here. Is Bryan here? Bryan, come over here. Bryan's been working part-time for us on the front desk, but we've hired him full-time to help with editing. And he is participating in Movember. He's the man with a stash. Oh, we can't say the other person's name. I do know who it is. So we can't say that person's name yet?
No.
Because they don't know?
They know.
Anyway, Bryan is, say hello, everybody. He's
Hey,
now,
Bryan.
you're a full-time employee now, right?
Yeah.
Yay.
I just hired him today.
Today?
Hey, everybody.
You got hired today?
Yeah.
Congratulations. It's the mustache.
I think it was the mustache.
And we've hired a new producer as well. So you're going to be mostly editing, right?
Mm-hmm. Editing.
And
He
actually, I'm
doesn't
glad.
know yet. I haven't given him a full offer.
We,
He just agreed to work here, and
Yeah.
we haven't even given him an offer. So
No.
you're hearing this before he hears
Does
it.
he have to sit at the kitchen table for 4 months?
absolutely.
He does.
That's a
part of the
requirement of
break-in.
all new employees.
Part of the break-in, you have to
That
sit
or
at
the
the
front
kitchen
desk,
table.
so
Yeah.
I think he's already done
He's
that.
already sat at the kitchen table for quite some time.
There's more hazing to be done.
No.
A little more.
More hazing.
He's going to have to be my
Oh,
personal
more
assistant
hazing.
for 4 months.
That's right. But there is another person. So we will be up to staffed up to 18 now. Is that right? 18 people? 18 full-time employees?
By the way,
No.
that's Bryan with a Y, chat room.
We have 15, 16 full-time employees, almost 17.
Almost 17. So welcome. It's good to
Yeah.
have
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Yeah.
Just got to figure out where we're going
Back
put
to
him.
work.
Yeah, back to the tech guy.
He's editing the tech guy right now. This platform is new, and that's for the gaming show because we want Bryan and Veronica to be. I'll show you what they're going to do.
Go for it.
They're going to be up here. And so the cameras will be zoomed in a little bit. Do you have a shot? It's the idea being
be
that
up
Working on the jib, children.
if you stand up here, you don't see this table anymore.
Right. You can come up a little higher.
We have to raise all the cameras. There we go. 39, Liz. 39. Is that 39? 39. 39. Can you see it? You should have it. It was my single. Brent's holding it now. That's it. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay. So the idea, I don't know, is it going to look like that? It'll be more kind of head on, right?
It'll come more this way. I just can't.
That's the single. And then there'll be a two-shot. Why don't you get the kind of move it towards the center just so they can see head on what it looks like.
Careful.
So if the camera's high enough, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So it's a different kind of set. And we'll probably, I don't know, we'll dress this in some way. I don't know exactly. But this is where Bryan and Veronica will be. And the dog.
Well, they'll be partially over here, and then they'll go over here to the green screen, so they can transition down.
Thank you. Brent By, who's doing all this setup for us. He's the master. I hear the crackling of the fire.
Do you?
Yes. Is that rain?
I think it's the rain.
So I guess it is raining. Oh yeah, it's raining.
Behind you, it's completely silent.
Well, it will be eventually completed.
Listen to the.
So.
We can't hire Brent full time because he lives in L.A. But we basically we beg him to come up whenever we can. Whenever I can get him up here, we do, because he's the key to the whole kit and caboodle. Can you hear the rain? Sounds like just kind of a little sizzling. The rhythm of the falling rain. Thank you, Brent.
So when do we think we're going to launch the gaming show?
We are going to launch it right after CES, so it'll be January, I don't know, what did we say, the 14th, 13th, something like that.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll let everyone know.
That's just how it happens. Isn't that what we were talking about?
Yeah, but you said you wanted to think about it.
Oh, okay. Android or iPhone, Ozzy, I don't think uses any device.
No. Just food.
He likes food.
So we're going to
We will
hopefully
Go ahead.
launch our product review show about the same time as the new gaming show. We've been doing it a little bit. But when do you want to launch that?
I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Because they're kicking around the name. They're talking about...
We kind of have to, Luigi, because Veronica's not going to be around all December, so we don't really have many choices, really. Somebody asked me about the bricks. Oh, yeah, well, the bricks aren't all in, but once they're all in, which I think is still a ways to go, then we'll do a gigapan or something like that. There'll be a high-def picture of all the bricks on...
Well, the bricks will be fully installed by the beginning of next year. They won't get the last round until December, so... Yeah.
That's when we'll get a photo of every brick. I do want you to be able to visit your brick.
Oh, well, we're gonna do that. We just have to wait till they're all up.
Why don't I put a channel on YouTube? We do, youtube.com/twit.
Yeah.
And youtube.com/InsideTwit.
Right.
I think that's the channel. Do you mean on YouTube Live? They have not invited us. They have to invite you. And try as we might, we've been unable to get an invite. A live channel on YouTube, yeah, they won't let us do it. Play On. No, Play On we cannot use. Play On actually is a company and a product.
Yeah, you can't use that.
Look at this bar. Yes, well, the way we do it now, what do we do on the YouTube with the high defs? We should upload the highest quality to YouTube. Yeah, we should, the highest quality. In fact, why not the mezzanine? I mean, we should give YouTube the highest quality possible.
Jeff has actually been putting MacBreak in HD on YouTube as a little treat.
Oh, good. That's nice. Yeah, we should be doing
Smart.
that. So now there's 4 or 5 other Game On podcasts. There were 3 just 15 minutes ago. They're multiplying.
Well, I've seen... 3.
We know of an Australian one, and we know of one that is a table gaming podcast.
Well, there's a Batman one,
and then
too.
there's some older stuff, right?
There's another newer one I looked at.
It's a very generic name. It's not, you can't own it.
I love the graphics for it, though.
Any more than we can own this weekend.
We will float to the top by being the best.
Well, and if it's confusing, and I don't want to have any confusion, but if it's confusing, we'll call it Game On with Bryan and Veronica or something. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Veronica is not going to be full-time. She's just going to be on the gaming show, although I would love to hire her full-time. But she has, Texilla, and Jim Louderback and Patrick would come over here and beat the crap out of me if I took her from Texilla. So.
Well, and Bryan's on revision 3 too, so.
Yeah, neither one of them can be full time just yet.
Right.
This weekend came on. Twigo.
Why not? I like that.
It's in slow-mo? I don't know. Is that in slow-mo? Or is it just a really big fire?
It's a really big fire.
I liked At the Controls, but I guess we didn't like it that much.
Well, Glenn owns At the Controls.
Oh.
So it's
you go.
Glenn's. We really can't.
I can't use it.
We really can't use it.
You know, Tom is not on Revision 3 anymore because they canceled Top 5.
That's right.
Yeah. Actually, Sword and Laser might be on Revision 3. I don't know. Is it? Game On with Spider Belmont. That's right. You're right. We should have the review show up before CES. I think we will. I think the review show is going to go up soon.
I think they were looking at waiting.
Sword and Laser's Frog Pants? How did that happen?
Yeah. It's been there for a while, I think.
I thought that. Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah.
It's so funny because
Things move around.
you would think, but anyway, whatever. I mean, Tom is actually a full-time employee of TWiT, so, but I don't make people do exclusivity. So.
Right. Well, you want them to have their hobbies, and it's
Yeah,
good for marketing
fine.
and
Doesn't
to
hurt.
cross promo.
Doesn't hurt. Yes, we will film segments at CES for the review show. Absolutely.
Yeah, CES is not on the weekend this year, so it's going to be Monday through Friday, and we're going to do a lot of our typical shows, but we're also going to do a lot of specials at night.
Right. We don't make a podcast of this show, but we do make it available on YouTube.
Yeah.
And inside.twit.tv. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we don't have any restrictions about what networks people can be on or work with or so forth and so on. That's fine. Because I never liked that when I was a host, that I had these restrictions. And I think we're not in a situation where we want to own somebody. I just doesn't fit right, doesn't feel right. So we don't own people. They work here, but we don't own them.
Right. Well, we asked them to be respectful and check
Yeah.
in with us, but
Yeah.
outside of that,
Right.
we don't control what they do out of here. Yeah, I'm wearing long sleeves. It's
Do
winter.
you never wear long sleeves?
Typically, no.
Learn something every day. Belly, belly, belly. Ozzy does not do any tricks. Oh, he just rolled over. I don't know anything about the 5D Mark
You
III.
got a red case now?
Yeah. I gave Abby the blue one because it was a bigger case. I think we have used up all of our welcome. Oh, and the skies have gone blue. The sun came out. Hey, put the sun. The sun is setting. What is going on? Oh my God!
There we go.
My God, I thought we were going to be in lava. So that's about it. And yes, actually, Ozzy is a skunk with really big ears. I do have a wonderful staff and a wonderful model, and this business is really fantastic, and we're very, very happy. Everybody here is very happy. We should have some plants. I was thinking that the other day.
No, I'm not a plant.
We do not have plants. That's
We
because
have
Lisa's not a plant person.
Fly problem, a fruit fly
I don't think
problem.
plants would increase fruit flies, would they?
Yes, they were attacking flowers and plants in my office. So
Really?
I'm not getting any.
So you
plants
had plants?
until we have the fruit fly problem.
I knew you had flowers, but you had plants
I
in
had
there?
a plant in there and it got
Oh.
attacked. So we'll wait
Whoops,
till we don't
there
have a fly
goes
problem.
another rubber tree. Whoops, there goes another rubber tree. Whoops, there goes. We should have giant Venus fly traps.
That
Are you?
sounds fabulous, since we have fly tape everywhere.
No, Virgil told me to get some, and I'm planning on getting it
Let's
either
get some
tomorrow
because
or
we
Monday.
have flies. I'm
No.
sick to death of these flies. I don't understand where these flies come from.
Well, you know, I think we need to take the trash out
But there must be coming in.
Well, they're coming
We're thinking
in,
from the
we have
back out.
trash out by the back.
Is there an opening at the back?
Well, it's an old building. There's openings everywhere.
Oh God.
They come in through vents.
Oh, so they're getting because there's trash in the back there.
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
And then they get and sneak in through holes.
Yeah.
Because that's a real problem. No studio should have flies.
Do you think?
That's just horrible. Plastic hash plants are legal.
Interesting.
Yes, but I am planning on getting the Venus flytraps tomorrow
You know,
or
we
Monday.
Could do that. We could put up some plastic plants. I wouldn't trust anything else right now.
I do UTC. I always do UTC timings. So I always say, when I do times on the shows, I always say Pacific, which is our local time, Eastern, and UTC. For that very reason, because I mean, I can't do every time zone, but I figure you know what you are related to UTC. So.
Well, the restaurant closed next door, and they're looking at adding a couple of new restaurants, but we'll see.
Yeah, they want to have a nightclub over there. Hey, I like
I'm
that.
okay with that, as long as they start late.
As long as the music's later. Yeah, we'll be
Right.
at CES in January, CES coverage. We actually, this would be good to ask the chat room. We've been debating South by. It's very expensive to do South by. And actually, I've kind of my latest thinking is I don't really want to, I think there's no reason for us to go to South by Southwest, to be honest with you. You agree, Brent? Yeah, it was just a big party. It just didn't seem like there was that
I
much
think Leo
to cover.
kind of likes crowd surfing.
I like that. What we might do, we're going to see if Tom's going anyway, and if Tom's going anyway, we'll send a camera down or something. But I think we don't need to do South by. We need to do CES. We need to do NAB. We need to do shows where there's content. Okay, so the
agree.
chat room pretty much agrees. And it's way expensive. For the cost of doing South by, we could build the studio in the back.
Well, it's just turned to me to be too commercial. Like, you talk
Yeah.
to them, and they're like just asking what you
Yeah.
can do for them.
Yeah.
They're not really looking for.
They
news
kinda jumped
coverage
the
as
shark.
much. So
Yeah. Yeah, they won't. I'm sure Dignation won't, because they end on December. They won't be there either.
yeah, I wasn't too crazy about it last year.
Yeah, so good. All right, the chat room seems to absolutely agree that we probably shouldn't do South by. Makers Fairs, I agree, are much better than doing South by.
Yeah, I think the Makers Fair was interesting. I kind of wish we.
Could you turn Lisa's mic up?
I kind of wish we thought of Detroit again. That would be
turned it
interesting.
off. That's why you were so quiet. Your mic was off.
I thought it was just me. I'm just kind of a quiet person.
You could. She was loud enough that you could hear her through this. Live music, we would love to do live music. I want to get a band in here. And if we have a club next door doing live music, we're going to have to do live music.
Well, we should just rent it next door and go over there with a live view. Why set up a band here?
Actually, Bree Pettis is not going to be on Triangulation this week. We have a scheduling error, so we're trying to get somebody else right now. Humphreys McGee would be awesome.
Is John in the chat room? Oh.
What is the status of the fiber optics, the Comcast fiber optics?
What do you mean?
When is that going to be in?
Well, it's about 90 days from when we started the process, so about 60 more.
Okay.
That's if the owner approves them coming in the building.
Oh, he still hasn't said yes?
Well, they're working on it, but he's concerned we're going to drill through the roof, and it's actually through the side of the building. So hopefully that's going pretty well still.
All right, we're going to wrap this up because I think there's nothing more to say. And by the way, it's time to play Doom. Is that Doom or Quake? Doom.
Yeah, I think Alex is playing over there.
Alex is playing Doom. Our LAN party has begun.
Yeah, I don't think we're buying the
5,
building.
4,
Not right now.
3, 2, 1, fire. What, he's playing in a, what is that, a 640 by 480 screen? That's the world's smallest screen. That's hysterical.
That looks pretty bad.
If you blow it up, it looks worse. All right. Thank you, everybody. We now continue our programming day with reruns. Reruns. I can't move because Ozzy's so happy here. I'm at he's attached. Bye, everybody. Goodbye.